My name is Peter Skytte. I'm the product manager for the Viper series at Martin Professional. We've had a strong market demand on coming out with a new fixture range that's replacing the 1200 watt category in the market. If you look at the mid-range of fixtures, the 700 watt, the 800 watt, those are still technology-wise in very good condition, but it's a whole different story when we look at the 1200 watt category. So we decided to do the Viper. We decided to make a fixture which is convincingly brighter than the 1200 watts. At the same time, the fixture had to be smaller, it had to be lower on weight, it had to be faster, it had to consume less power, and it had to come out with excellent light quality and performance. So here's what we got. The first one to look at is the Viper profile. The fixture uses an all-new 1K HID lamp, very efficient. The fixture actually delivers 25,000 lumens of output, which is more than 25% over a Mac 2K and leading fixtures in the market, so it's really bright. Also, the optics are designed so that the field is very flat. The color temperature is very consistent across the beam. We have a very strong zoom system in the fixture. It goes from a tight 9 degrees up to a full 45 degrees, so it's a full 1:5 zoom. We can work with the iris at the same time, so we can do this like real thin pencil beam. By adding the prism on top, we can multiply the beam by 4. It's all rotatable, all indexable. In terms of gobos, we have 3 layers in the Viper. The first wheel here is featuring 5 rotatable, indexable glass gobos. This is the aerial wheel, so it allows for some really nice and new looks from outside the beam when the camera or the audience looks straight into the fixture. We have made some of the gobos with fatter artwork that allows a lot of light to come through, and some with more defined for real crisp mirror effects. The second rotating glass wheel is the projection wheel. Just show a couple of examples here. We have the limbo gobo, which is good for some of the animation effects. Another thing about the gobos is that, for example, the bricks we see here is made so it's good for tiling, so you can tile up more gobos without seeing, round shapes. And this is the third wheel, which is the fixed wheel. And here I'm just going to show the fadable frost, so we get a real nice soft edge of the beam, and I can blur it even further here by working with my focus. Also, the way the wheels are separated in terms of the optics allows for having one gobo complete in focus, whilst the other one is complete out of focus. Or I can sit right in between. This allows for some really nice gobo morphing effects. Just show a couple of examples of the morphing. Also on the fixed wheel we have an animation part, so we can do some of those more traditional animation type of effects. Or you can do mirror effects, which are linear type instead of something that's rotating along its own axis. Color mixing system is very uniform in its mixing, even when you do the pastel colors. But you can go in and do some real nice vibrant saturated colors, like a real deep blue. We have a very strong yellow here. We can warm it up by the CTO. We can mix a primary green, and we can do a real red out of the system. It's very strong also on the warmer colors. And then we have a variable CTO on top of that. Finally, there's also a fixed color wheel, so we can do, for example, the split color effects, and we also have a couple of correction filters like a half-mounted screen, like a CGB filter. So this was just a very brief intro on the Mac Viper profile. I hope it's going to be you to play with the fixture next time and get really excited about what it can do.